For centuries, many women have often wondered why men sometimes refuse to commit or go ahead to get married to them. This question has troubled so many women throughout generations, and it can be very frustrating, especially if you have been in a relationship with someone you were really hoping to spend the rest of your life with.
Why don't guys want relationships anymore? Why don't guys want relationships anymore?
This is your reminder that if a guy says he doesn't want a relationship and you think you're the shit and you think you're better than everyone else he's seeing and you think you could change his mind, that's not going to happen. A guy knows what he wants, and if he says he doesn't want a relationship, it means with you.
Single and available? Single and available?
Yes, single and available.
Single and have your drink ready? You're single and available?
That's me. That's me. I'm single and available. I'm single and available if anybody wants to know. You can stop me if you want. Oh, thank you. I was trying to. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay, I will. Thank you. I will. Okay, I'm single and available though. All right. Okay.
You know what's hilarious about this single and available thing? I've been talking about this with friends of mine. When people are single and available, it doesn't mean they don't have any options. It means they don't have any options of the people that they want to like them. First of all, let's get that out of the way. You already know that though. If you're watching this channel, you already know that, right? You maybe have been in the friend zone. There's somebody that you liked and that person didn't give you the time of day. You had no chance, and they claimed, oh, there's just no good people around, as they continue to go around and get their heart broken. But you were available for them and they didn't see it as an option. That's a friend zone. We know that exists, okay? It's a really weird thing that's happening in society right now where people are single and they're available and they pronounce it. They're like, I'm single and available. I'm single and available. But if you were to try to even get on what their program is, you would hate it. It's single and available is like a trick, because you have to go meet them and there's such a rigorous routine of what they want and rigorous standards of what they want, what they expect and what they deserve. It's just totally not even worth it. That if you get on their program, you lose. I think in this modern day, Western situation, if you try to get on somebody's program, you're gonna lose. If you're a man trying to get on a woman's program, you're probably gonna lose. Now, why is that? Because the odds are stacked in her favor, like the Hunger Games. The odds are forever stacked in her favor, online, social media, digitally. So if you try to get on her program, it's automatically set up for you to lose. The only way this really works, and I think long distance relationships or long-term relationships really work in this modern day and age of 2023, 2024, is if the woman gets on the man's program. The woman has to effectively be the person that has more options and chooses to commit to what the man makes available. She has to choose to commit to the man's program. There's no other way about it. There's no way around this. I've examined this from every single angle. I've thought about this, talked about this with friends, correspondence with people internationally, compared with other coaches. I don't think there's any way it's possible. The person that has the most options, which is the woman nowadays, needs to choose the man that she's gonna be with. And that means being satisfied with her choice. It doesn't mean settling. When you're settling, it means you're taking the worst of you, what you can get. But when you're satisfied with any choice that you make, it means you're willing to sacrifice any alternatives, right? I have a girlfriend right now. She's great. I could easily get 50 more people in a month if I wanted to, 50 more phone numbers or whatever, but I don't want to because I don't want to deal with how they are. I like how my girlfriend has issues. I like her problems. I want to deal with her problems. I don't want to get a mixed bag of problems from somebody else. So is that settling? No. I'm particularly choosing to get rid of the other options. I'm making a decision. I'm sacrificing the other options intentionally. And that's why everybody's single, because nobody wants to make any sacrifices or say no to options they have.
A boyfriend. I'm 26 years old, and today we're going to talk about feeling like you are good enough to hook up with, but not good enough to date. A lot of us have been there. You're hooking up with a guy, or maybe you're dating him or seeing him, and you think it's going really well, and then he tells you that he doesn't see it going anywhere, or he wants to keep it casual, or maybe he just ghosts you, my personal favorite. But then all of a sudden, a week or two later, he's in a relationship with another girl, and you're like, was it me? Am I just not good enough to date? Then you sit there and you're racking your brain, why am I not good enough to date? If you want to hook up with me, why do you not want to date me? And then it's is it my personality? Am I that insufferable? One, I cannot control how other people perceive me and how they decide that they want to interact with me.
Yes, you
can. They want to
can.
hook up with me? Okay. If they want to date me? Okay. If they want nothing to do with me? Okay. I can't control any of that. Two, what I can control is how I think and feel about myself and what I think that I deserve. In the past 2.5 years, literally, I really worked on this during original COVID quarantine. I have chosen to view myself as a high value individual with a lot of confidence. And it has really changed the way that honestly I've interacted with guys. How you feel about yourself on the inside is the kind of energy that you're putting out there into the open and the type of people that you're attracting. There's a
Cope. She started off good and then she just went down the modern day rabbit hole. Oh man, so many things. Like it's wild how people say, what's wrong with me? Why isn't this working? Anyways, I'm amazing. I'm great. I love myself. I have nothing to improve. I don't need to change, etc., etc. It's just wild. It blows my mind. There's so many people these days that have no idea how to be a good mate or to be what the other person wants. Like everybody knows what they want. Like, what do you want? Oh, I want this. I want somebody who's that. There's a whole checklist of things they want, a whole shopping list, right? Even when I work with male students, they have a whole shopping list of things that they want. And then I'm like, okay, cool. So does the person that you just outlined want a person like you? And they're like, I have no idea. I'm like, what do you have to offer a person like the person that you want? Like, I have no idea. They can't even answer it. They have no answer. They're answerless. The audacity to think that you can go out and request something and have no idea what the person you want wants is absurd. And then it'd be like, I've worked on myself. I think I'm that. Doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter what you think. The whole idea of a relationship is not what you can get. It's being willing to serve the other person. The whole idea of like a marriage is about how you're willing to serve the other person, to have and to hold in sickness and health, to death do you apart. The marriage vows aren't like, here's what do you want? It's not McDonald's. You get to have it your way right away. It's not how this goes, but we're all conditioned to think that now. Like if you think back to your parents or grandparents, many of them probably stayed in the marriage if they weren't even happy because it was their job to serve the other partner or raise the children. I'm not saying that's good. I'm not saying we should all do that, but I'm definitely saying life ain't a shopping list. Love is not a shopping list. Love is your ability to serve this person and the other person's commitment to serve you. That's what this is. And that's why everybody's single. That's why nobody can get along. Everybody's got it backwards now. They think they're so great and they're so high and mighty and they're so high value and they've learned to love themselves. Great. Well done. Cheerio. You've learned to love yourself. Great. You're at step 1. You don't even know how to love somebody else yet.
part of my life where I was just like, woe is me, hooking up is the only option, sad, cry. Then once I shifted my mindset and realized that I am in control of my whole life, I'm kind of like, okay, if I want to hook up with someone, I'm gonna hook up with someone because I want to, not because I feel like that's the only thing I'm destined for. If I want to go try and date someone, that's it too. It's all about what goes on in here. And obviously in the past 2.5 years that I've been working on this, you know, it's not like I got into a relationship, but a lot of those times I wasn't looking, I wasn't trying to get into a relationship. All this is a long way of saying that if you feel that tough feeling of being good enough to hook up with, but not good enough to date, try your best to remember that you cannot control what other people think of you. You can only control how you view yourself. And you need to view yourself as being someone who is of high value, that you are good enough to date. You might not be wanting to date all these idiots that you didn't work out with. You want to date the people that want to date you. And that is what it comes down to. If you resonate with this, I love you.
I'm having like visceral reactions in my stomach as I'm listening to what's going on. I'm just like, yo, if you are a person of value that is worth dating, people will try to value. There's no way you're gonna go 2.5 years without somebody trying to date you, without somebody trying to be in a relationship with you. It should be happening every 3 to 4 months if you put yourself out there. Somebody trying to be in a relationship with you every 3 to 4 months if you are putting yourself out there. If the offers are not coming in, something is wrong. Doesn't matter what you feel about yourself. Something is wrong. You take a deeper look, madame. And by the way, I'm talking about obviously the problems when it comes to finding a partner, but maybe you're somebody who wants to work on getting your own partner for yourself. Hey, you've done the method of making the list of the 10 things you want. You've outlined it. Maybe your list now up to 20 things and you don't have that resolved. Well, you're probably doing it the wrong way. Obviously, like I'm saying, most people do it the wrong way. They have no idea how to go about doing this, how to attract the thing that they want, or how to offer the thing that they want to the other person so it's an equal value exchange. If you want to narrow in on this, I've been teaching this professionally all around the globe for 7 years, and I've been a student of this for 15 years, and I've narrowed down the system. I think I'm indirectly responsible for something like 700, 800 marriages, let alone relationships. I can't even tell you that, all right? So if I can help other people, there's no reason why I can't help you. I have something called a boot camp program. It's where I come teach you live in your field, in your country, in your city, all around the globe. I do these. You go out with me. I take you out to bars, lounges, nightclubs. I socialize. I watch with you, and I break it down like a scientist. All right. That's happening in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. They're happening in Medellin, Colombia, in the month of January. Then I have Canada tour up in Montreal and Toronto in February, and then I got a tour happening in Europe over in Oslo, Amsterdam, Budapest, and Prague. There's a link down below. We got a special promotion happening right now. I'd be really regret not telling you about this. It's crazy. I got a gift for you. When you come on the bootcamp program, you get 8 weeks of mentoring absolutely free. That extra mentoring is usually a $3,000 price, but it's my holiday season gift to you. So click the link, fill out the brief application down below. A few questions, you can apply to be selected. Not everybody will be, but we try to get the right people in there, all right?